You're listening to the No Limits Radio Show on the Vets on Media Network.
Good morning. Welcome to No Limits Radio.
Good morning. Christina's really happy all of a sudden. Like she's, not been so happy, and now she's like, ah.
So my soon-to-be sister-in-law, Cheyenne, has posted this collage of ice bucket challenge fails, and it's kind of like going through it, and this is absolutely hilarious. Okay, we got to share this on the No Limits Radio page so that everybody can see this. Oh my gosh. I'm sorry, I gotta...
Usually it's just people can't dump the bucket, they just drop the bucket on their head, right? Yeah.
People are falling over. It was hilarious. Anyway, welcome to the show.
Is it Saturday already?
It is Saturday. I've been up since 5:30, and for a Saturday, that is really freaking early. I went to Femicia's boot camp, which anyone that wants to join me on Saturdays at Femicia's boot camp, it's Glisten Girls. You can get all the details there. The only way I can describe this woman is, because I was watching her and I was like, she's like a warrior princess, or yes, she is. Her body is like a machine.
She's like Xena.
She is. I mean, she's just, and she just kills me. I mean, she's literally killing me. You know what's interesting though? I was watching some of the people that are not only her regulars that come to the boot camp, but they also work out with her on a regular basis.
Correct.
And they're like a cut above everybody that's at the boot camp. So I am realizing that I need to do more than just Saturdays.
So are you looking to, but you are doing more than just Saturdays. You are exercising every morning.
Yeah.
But when you say do more, are you talking about, contracting with Femicia to do?
I think I'm going to have to, because my level of pushing me when I'm going Monday through Friday to the gym by myself versus her level of pushing me is completely different. And, well, I mean, I jokingly told her, really, why do you have to have the hill? Like, there's a half an hour on this damn hill, and I swear it's the biggest, tallest hill in Mesa. Or no, Gilbert.
Okay, well, it's not, but I've done this hill. It feels like it's hell.
Like, I want a flag that I can just, like, I conquered this
50 times, because understand, people, this hill that she has you do, it's not like you run to the top and you run down and you're done. You run to the top, you run down, you run backwards to the top, you run backwards down, you do bear crawls up, you do
go
bear
sideways,
crawls down, you
skip up the hill.
Yeah.
Who does that? Who
Felicia?
Skips up a hill?
Yeah.
Seriously? And the 10-minute get warm, like, she's having us do all this stuff, and I my brain hurts from everything we're doing, and it's like 10 minutes of this like beginning, and she goes, okay, now that you're warm. I was like, what?
Warm? I'm sweating like a motherfucker.
That was the workout. Can we be done? And the whole time going through my brain is, I volunteered for this. I got up out of bed. And not only did I volunteer for this, I paid for this.
I'm paying
what
for
does
this
that say? Like, oh my gosh. And the whole time it's great, because she's going, you're welcome. You're welcome. Like, what? And today she's wearing this shirt that says, suck it up. Yeah, suck it up.
Yeah, she's awesome.
Yeah, she is. Anyway, so that was my Saturday morning.
That's
so
good.
I'm very awake.
We can tell.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm like, let's do this.
Let's go.
Yes.
I'm not quite as awake as you.
Okay.
Sorry.
Well, we have a great show today. We've got Angel Marie is going to be in at 10 o'clock. And for anyone that has, ever wondered what a Lightworker is, and we're not talking about somebody that installs electrical
a GE worker.
If you ever wondered about that, if you're looking for a little bit of coaching and input into, maybe choices that you're making, or even Reiki, like if you're curious about what that is, you're definitely going to want to stay tuned for the 10 o'clock hour, because Angel Marie is going to be in studio. But first, before all of that, we've got the WWW.
We do.
Which is the wild, wonderful, and weird stories that Michelle has found out there on the web.
Yeah, I found a few. There's a couple topics that you wanted to discuss. So I did find a couple things, and let's just talk about this first to get it out of the way, so to speak. Because I did find a funny story about the ALS Ice Bucket Challenge.
Okay.
And
Which you've been called out to do.
I have been called out. It's the third time I've been called out. I got called out by my niece. I got called out by you, and then I got called out by the gentleman on Vets On with Adam and James. So I got called out with them. So I've been called out multiple times on the Ice Bucket Challenge. So I guess I'm going to have to do this. And I'm not really against it. I guess it's one of those things that I'm just kind of done with. Because, and I understand that it is a great, I mean, the awareness that has brought, the money that it has raised, I think they're up to like $50 million this year. So, I mean, it's phenomenal what it is doing. However, I did find a funny article, and if any of you don't know what this is, then you're more out of touch with news than I am, because even I know what the Ice Bucket Challenge is, and I hate the news. But it's all over social media.
Right.
And anyone, like you just said, there's pictures of the failed ones and everything else. But this one I thought was pretty funny. This is out of Kentucky. Go figure.
Okay.
Kentucky firefighter critical after Ice Bucket Challenge mishap.
What happened?
So, Captain Tony Grider, who's 41, from the Campbellsville Fire Department in Kentucky, sustained injuries from being electrocuted after the ice challenge. They were bringing the ladder bucket down, and they hit power lines.
Oh my God.
So he's like critical. I mean, it isn't funny, but I mean, it isn't funny, but it is kind of funny.
And he was a firefighter?
And he's a firefighter. That's what I thought was so funny. I was like, oh, these poor Kentucky people, like, they trust firefighters.
Right.
And apparently they're not so smart. I mean, to not look where, you just dumped water and now you're taking the ladder down and you run into power lines. So he's in critical condition. So it's kind of not funny. But my point to the story is even great charity events can be dangerous.
That's true. That's true. So you have to be careful.
You do have to be.
And you have to apply common sense.
Because,
well, apparently common sense is not very common.
Common sense is not common? Are you saying most people don't have common sense?
Most people don't have common sense. No.
Are you including yourself in that?
No, I think I have a
Common
good bit of,
sense?
I think I have a good bit of common sense. I saw one of my Facebook friends posted a instead of the ice bucket challenge, he posted the boiling bucket challenge, and he meant it as a joke. And the way that he did it, it was very funny. Like, obviously, he didn't actually use boiling water, but what I did find amusing was that it was funny. Okay, the video is funny, and I'll share it on the No Limits Radio Show page so that everybody can see it. It was funny. His version of this bucket challenge with hot boiling water, which obviously he didn't really put hot boiling water, and at the end he's got like bandages wrapped on his face. It was funny. I found it quite funny. I shared it on my Facebook profile, and someone commented, "You can't share something like that because somebody will actually do it." And I thought, really? Somebody can't see that it's funny and they would actually post this? I mean, they would actually do this?
Well,
but there are, I mean, every time you see a ridiculous warning, you know that the reason for that warning is that somebody's done it.
Yeah. Yeah. No, I agree with you. So there's also a fried chicken bucket challenge picture going around. Have you seen that one?
No, I haven't.
Yeah, I'll post that on the No Limits page.
That's awesome.
There's a fried chicken one. It is kind of funny. All right, so everybody loves Starbucks. Everybody loves kindness, I think, right?
I think so.
Okay.
Well, most everybody.
Yeah, I think so. But anyway, in St. Petersburg, Florida, somehow this pay-it-forward chain started at Starbucks. Someone bought coffee for the gentleman behind them. I believe it was a military person. That person then bought coffee for the next person, and they had this huge chain. The chain actually went for 11 hours.
That's awesome.
Which is awesome. I thought so too. However, one gentleman didn't think that it was so awesome. He actually went into the Starbucks and he stopped the chain.
Now,
On purpose.
Because he had heard about this. He wasn't
Yes.
just a random guy that just happened to walk in and has been living in a hole and was clueless that this was going on. He purposefully walked in to put it to an end.
Absolutely. Yeah, he did. He went in and he said, you know what, I'm not basically, he actually is in the media. He is a political consultant.
He was trying to be a dick, basically.
Absolutely. Well, here was his quote. I'm not trying to be a Grinch. I just don't want to be forced into doing something. This is turning into a social phenomenon, and I had to put an end to it.
He wasn't forced to go there. He didn't have to do that.
Right,
Yeah.
exactly.
So it was 700 people. The Starbucks was keeping track of it, like 700 people. And then he had made some comment like, besides, you're not really doing anything because you might get the free cup of coffee, but you have to buy for the next person. So anyway, so
I think his real problem is that he needs to get laid.
His mom didn't love him.
I think that's his real problem. I think that the man is just grumpy and needs to get laid.
I think he's a Grinch too, because I mean, the reality is, why would you really take time out of your day? Like so many times when I see things that are going on that I don't agree with, that I think are crazy, or that I'm like, why is so and so doing this or whatever? I think, is it worth my time and my energy to even get involved? You know what I mean? Like, why? So what was it hurting? Apparently everyone knew about it. People were going in, you know what, they wanted to be part of this chain. It was 11 hours long. You know what? So if people know about it, if they don't want to do it, then they don't do it. But to purposely go in and say, you know what, I'm not doing it, I stop,
Right.
is kind of a dick move.
It absolutely is a dick move. And I wonder if he, you said that he's a political consultant. I wonder if he was thinking this is a way to get my name out into the media. I don't know if that was part of it.
It could have been. It very well could have been.
So you're saying he sucks as a political consultant, so this was his way for people to recognize
Well,
him?
media.
It could be. I mean, I think he's a jerk. And I think it all comes down to he needs to get laid. Because but seriously,
Everything can get fixed by getting laid.
for men. No, seriously, for men, because that rules almost every decision that they make.
There's a saying for that, but I'm not gonna say it.
Whoa, you're saying every decision that a guy makes is based off of sex?
They are very controlled by that part of their body. Yes. Good day, bad day comes down to getting laid.
All right, if you're a guy listening to this and you actually agree or disagree, go ahead and call in, 602-399-7787. I don't know if every decision is based on getting laid.
I think pretty much. Oh, yep. Oh, wait. James agrees.
One of our guests in studio
Yep.
agrees with that.
Some people, never mind. They call it a wisdom something.
Go ahead, say it, Sam.
They call them. Sometimes people will call it a wisdom wink.
A what?
Wisdom wank.
A wisdom wink?
Maybe that's an English thing, not an American thing.
Wank.
Wank?
Yeah.
Like wink or
No,
wank?
wank with an A.
Wank.
Yeah.
Is that like a
wank
slang term for like a dick?
For like masturbating.
Oh.
Wanking on. Okay, that's a European thing apparently. Okay, never mind. It's not an American thing.
Okay.
Well, see, we learned something.
Wisdom wank.
That's what that is.
Okay.
Wank does sound like an English term.
It does.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, so for any fantasy football people out there, since Christina and I are going to we're going to have to do this soon, and I know you're doing some research.
I know, and I got to tell you, what you shared just made me realize, because as I was reading through the article, I realized I am way over my head. Like, I don't know what I'm doing, because every description for each person, I was like, I don't know why any of that is a good thing or a bad thing.
I told you when we got invited to do this, I'm like, well, wait, can we just do the pool? Because, like, I don't, like, the fantasy thing, it's a big deal. And,
Clearly.
you're like, it's the same, isn't it? I'm like, it's not the same. And then JD was like, oh, yeah, it takes a lot of time, Michelle. Basically, you pick your players, and that's who you have. And I'm like, no, it does take time. Like, you have to, like, look into this.
Well,
Yeah.
I think he goes off the fact that he's memorized every little stat and,
That's-
which person is 5'4" versus 6'3", blah, 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 blah.
That's true. Well, we'll do a quick rundown because I know we have a couple things that Christina wants to get into this morning. So for those of you listening that are doing fantasy football, they are saying these 10 people They are, sorry, they're calling it the Toxic 10. So these are people you should avoid in your draft. I'll post the link. I'm not going to go into why this author says this. Peyton Manning from the Broncos, Trent Richardson from the Colts, Rob Gronkowski from the Patriots, Arian Foster, Texans, Sammy Watkins, the Bills, Kelvin Benjamin, the Panthers, Dwayne, is it Bo from the Chiefs, Monty Ball from the Broncos, and Johnny Manziel from the Browns.
See, of all of these people, the only name that I knew was Peyton Manning.
You didn't know Johnny Manziel?
That name kind of sounds familiar, but
yeah,
not
there was
really.
the huge controversy with him.
What was the controversy?
Oh, I don't know. Didn't he make up something?
I don't remember.
He made up some fact that he had some girlfriend or something. Is that right, James?
Yes.
Yeah, he made
Was
up
he
something.
like
that he
really
had...
gay, but
Oh, yeah.
pretended to be?
No, I don't think so. But, however, I will say that I just saw an article that Johnny Manziel is not starting for the Browns. That he actually, whoever their runner-up person was, is actually going to be starting.
Gordon?
I don't know. I'll have to look. I'll let you know. I'll search it and let you know. But Johnny Manziel, I heard, is not starting for the Browns. So I wouldn't have picked him anyway.
See, I wasn't surprised that this guy from the Texans, because they're really bad. Like, I was not impressed with them in the preseason game. So I wasn't surprised that his name was on there because the Texans, they really did poorly.
I love listening to you talk about football. You're like, they didn't do well in the preseason. Last year, you didn't even know what preseason was. So
I know.
It's great.
Well, they're playing again tomorrow against the Bengals.
Who, the Texans?
Or, sorry, Cardinals. Sorry,
Cardinals
I heard that.
Well, Cardinals will win.
Well, they didn't win last week, though.
Oh, they
lost
didn't?
it. No, they
That's
lost to
because
the
I didn't
Vikings.
watch.
Well,
That's why it's all your fault.
You can't. Preseason's only in the town that it's in, usually.
Oh, okay.
It's not broadcasted.
Okay, then I don't feel bad for not watching it.
You
Should have watched it online.
Oh,
right.
Thanks for making me feel bad.
Okay, so Christina is dying to get into the Ferguson.
Oh,
Case.
no, don't. Let's not.
Why not?
Because I'm so fucking sick of it. It's just annoying.
What is
Get over
annoying
it.
about it, though? But here, okay, this is the thing about this case, this issue that bothers me. All of the facts haven't come out, and the reason that it's really bothering me is I'm seeing my friends on Facebook kind of claiming their facts of it. And the thing that I feel about this is that there are some absolute facts that we have to look at. And there was this article that went through like 11 facts about the shooting. But I think in addition to the facts, we also have to look at the emotion and kind of what's fueling some of those facts. Like, you can't, when you look at a situation from this is how I interact with the police, this is my experience with the police, this is how the police that I know interact with other people, you can't apply that and say this is reality for everyone.
That is true.
And that's what I'm seeing too many people do, and it really bothers me.
Well, then let's at least get the 11 facts
Okay.
out so that people at least know what the facts are. I do like that fact number 1. This is for basic people like me who don't listen to the media. Fact number 1: Ferguson police officer Darren Wilson shot and killed teenager Michael Brown on August 9th.
That's a fact.
The first fact. I like that. I like that this article keeps it simple.
That is a fact. We also know that he was unarmed. That is another fact. That's under there.
That's in the same one.
Yep.
Okay. Number 2. Ferguson is a majority black city with an overwhelming white police force and city government.
Now, see, this is where I think this fact fuels the emotion of what's going on here.
Because why? Because the city is mostly black? Is that what you mean?
Yeah, and I'm sure that there's a lot of tension because of, when you understand that the racial makeup is reflected in the institutions. The mayor is white, which I got to say, when I read that, I thought, well, who's not voting? Or who, the reason that you have a white mayor is because either you didn't get out to vote, or is someone not running? Like,
well, hold on one second. So are you saying because it's a white mayor that the black people couldn't have possibly went out and voted for him?
I don't know.
But you see what I'm saying? Like that comment is
no. What I'm saying is, in this article, it says Ferguson's mayor is white. 5 of the 6 members of the city council are white. 6 of the 7 members of the school board are white. Okay, why is that?
Right.
Are only white people running?
Or is this the media blowing something out of proportion,
yes.
saying that it is a racist city because all these white people are in office? When the reality is, before this happened, if the majority, I mean, maybe you can't say that black people don't like the white people, which is kind of what they're implying here.
Absolutely. But from the other articles that I've read, it sounds like there has been an underlying tension.
Okay.
And just recently, this past week, another police officer was put on indefinite leave for pointing a firearm at peaceful protesters and telling them to back up or he was going to effing kill them. So is there something in the police department?
Well, it does say, fact number 3 is that police and eyewitnesses gave contradictory accounts of the shooting. So
you know what I find interesting in this image? Okay, so in this image, there are 1, 2, 3, 4 black police officers.
And I see 3 white.
In the
picture.
Yeah. In the fact above, they said that there are only 3 black police officers. So that made me kind of go, wait, I see a contradiction here.
Well, yeah, because there's 5 very clearly in this picture.
I don't know. Maybe the counting and the math was Common Core or something. Anyway, so moving right along.
Because of those whiteboard officers. You know, we screw everything up.
Yeah. Anyway. We can't count.
Okay, number 4. A private autopsy found that Brown had been shot at least 6 times. That is a fact.
And the angle of the shots, that they were from a distance and not up close, because there were stories that the police officer shot Brown in close range because Brown was trying to take the gun from him. But if there's no gunpowder residue, then that's not factual. And so that brings into question, was he on his knees, were his hands up, and was he saying, don't shoot?
Now, however, there are multiple autopsies being done, correct?
Yes.
Okay, so this is the findings of 1.
Right.
Okay. So, of course, you're going to have someone else say something different.
Right, and that finding was the private autopsy that was done. You've got
from the family, correct?
Right.
Okay.
You've got the police department that's doing an autopsy. You've got a private entity that's doing an autopsy, and then you've got the FBI doing the autopsy. And bottom line, until we know the facts here, we really can't claim what happened. And I feel like people that are, like, I'm completely neutral. If when the facts come out, if we find out that this police officer was defending himself and his life was at risk, okay. If we find out that this police officer was not, and this was an unjustified means of force, then whatever the outcome, no, I'm not saying kill him.
Well, speaking of autopsies, the police have refused to release the state autopsy, which has been done, and any information about their investigation. So they have yet to release any of that.
I just really want to urge people to reserve judgment. I guess that's the biggest reason that I wanted to talk about this. I would really like for everyone to reserve judgment until all the facts come out. That's it.
I'll do that for you.
Thanks. I appreciate it.
Number 6, the police released information suggesting that Brown had stolen from a convenience store, but that it wasn't the reason that Wilson stopped him. That's kind of a stupid fact. What does that have to do with anything?
But that was something. No, it has a lot to do with the story, because that piece of information came out as a means to justify. Because then the storyline that comes out is, oh, well, he had just robbed. Oh, he was a criminal. He was doing something bad, and so that's kind of the piece of the story that comes out.
Right, but when you add after that, that is not the reason Wilson stopped him, then it's a moot point.
But when the media shares the story, they don't share that was not the reason.
True. The DOJ is also investigating Brown's death. Okay.
And we can trust Eric Holder.
Number 8, the grand jury proceedings.
Fast and Furious? Okay, sorry. I won't go off topic.
It's okay. The grand jury proceedings began August 20th. That's a great fact. And
I heard, it doesn't say this in the story, but I heard that the jury had been selected, and of the 9 jurors, it was either 3 or 4 of them were black. And I thought, oh boy, okay, this is going to end up being an issue. Like, it shouldn't be a white-black issue, but everything has been about this story. Everything has been a white-black issue about this story, even including people that are not from Ferguson. You know, when we talk earlier about how the media is shining a light on it, people that are not even from Ferguson are coming there, and because the media is there, I really think if the media would, which the media is not going to do, but if the media would step away and leave Ferguson, I wonder if these protests and the
It's funny you're saying that. Maybe when we come back from break, I've shared an article with you guys about some pictures of a journalist from the day talking about just that. So you may want to get to that after the break.
Okay. And it is almost break time, so let's finish these real quick. Several different law enforcement agencies are involved in the response to the shooting and the protest. It's not, like I said, some of these facts are not necessarily great. Protests began immediately after Brown's death and continued throughout the week.
That's a fact, Jack.
That's a fact, Jack. And number 11, the protests were met with an aggressive police response. Well, of course they were, because I don't think they were peaceful protests. So, of course, the police were there.
Handing out flowers.
Damn, I'm smart.
Telling them to just love each other. Make love, not war. You know, so this story, and we had another story that was here, and I don't think we're going to be able to get to that story, but there was a woman who was mentally ill and was shot by police officers this past week. And here's the thing about both of these stories that I'd really like to see a change come out of this. Police officers need to be better trained for those that are mentally ill. Like with the woman that was shot and killed, the police officers knew that she was mentally ill. They knew that they were going to the home for that. She came to the door with a hammer, and then they shot and killed her. Police officers need to be better equipped when they're going to a situation where someone is mentally ill. The first thing that you reach for doesn't need to be your gun. You know, it could have been a taser. That could have been the first thing that you reached for. And also, with both of these situations, what would have been really helpful to eliminate this he said, she said, what really happened? GoPros. If every police officer had a camera on them and we could see what happened, this would eliminate all of this, what really happened.
As long as the police are handling things correctly. Because then otherwise, if they are doing the GoPro and you catch and it's released that something happened, like in this situation with this mentally ill person, I find it hard to believe that 2 grown men police officers could not have restrained her in a different way.
Right.
You know what I mean? So, again, I don't think we have time for the story, and maybe we'll talk about it next week. But I do like the suggestion. I just feel like it's something that can be hidden if something wrong happened anyway.
I think there's a way to do it where we would control it.
Where it's live streams. I think I'll watch Officer Sergeant Bad 1, 2, 3, 4 today.
There you go.
All right, let's do it.
All right. Well, we're going to go to a break, and when we get back, we're going to change up the energy in this room of what we've been talking about.
Yes.
Because it's gotten a little bit heavy. And when we come back, we're going to have Angel Marie with us, and she's going to shine on, and she's going to change up this energy. So let's go to a break, and when we come back, we'll talk about Lightworkers and Reiki and energy. Let's do it. Okay. I'm Christina.
And I'm Michelle.
Would you like to share your military knowledge and experience with other service members and help them achieve their goals? Hey everybody, it's James from Vets On. You can do just that by becoming a military student enrollment advisor with the University of Phoenix at their Phoenix, Arizona campus. Military student enrollment advisors work with prospective students who've chosen to serve their country just like you. You'll be helping them enroll, choose a degree program, and guide them through their first class. To qualify for this great opportunity, you need a valid DD-214, military ID card from the National Guard or Reserves, a bachelor's degree, or 60 college credits. Military spouses are also eligible with current DoD ID card and a bachelor's degree. If you're looking for a great career while helping fellow military members, then we urge you to contact the University of Phoenix today. Apply now by going to jobs-apollo.com and enter the word Military Enrollment Advisor in the search bar. And don't forget to tell them that Vets On sent you.
Breaker 1-9. How about that bandage? You got some ears on, son?
Have you ever wanted to be a truck driver? If so, pay attention. If not, pay attention anyway. Southwest Truck Driver Training offers everything you need to get started. You can get hired before you begin training. They've got GI Bill approved training facilities, day, night, or weekend programs to fit your busy schedule. And if you have any questions, no sweat. They've got veteran supportive campuses with veterans on staff to serve you. And on top of that, they have lifetime job placement assistance. Put the pedal to the metal. Call Southwest Truck Driver Training today.
Everyone's going to need an attorney at some point in their life. I'm no different. Hey everyone, it's James from Vets On. Whether it was my last will and testament before deployment or my ongoing custody battle for my children during my divorce, I needed help, so I lawyered up. If you need help, I urge you to contact Capstrom Law Firm. Capstrom Law Firm in Springfield, Missouri services clients throughout the state in criminal law, personal injury, and family law. With over 13 years practicing law, Tom Capstrom understands both law and court procedures and how stressful they can be. Let Tom Capstrom Law Firm and his dedicated staff take the stress and worry out of a difficult situation by calling him today. We feel so strong about the work that Tom and his staff are doing that he'll be a monthly guest on the show. Tom is a veteran and a listener, for God's sake, so you know the guy is solid and will fight for you. Give Tom a call today by calling 417-864-0552 or email Tom at capstromlaw.com. And don't forget to tell him that Vets On sent you.
The choice of a lawyer is an important decision and should not be based solely upon advertising.
Hey everyone, it's Adam from Vets On. Are you or someone you know looking for employment? Then look no further than iVetX. iVetX is placing veterans with the right hiring companies. Join their mission in putting veterans in inspiring careers with ensured success. Access their national pipeline of military talent for companies. All veterans are pre-screened for 55 soft skill sets, 800 clarification types, education, experience, salary range, and so much more. iVetX can help you find the perfect job to veteran match. Your skills are based on what's needed for success in that job.
You're listening to the No Limits Radio Show on the Vets On Media Network.
We're back.
I love how we never have any idea what the hell we're doing, but we figure it out. It's wonderful.
How long have we been doing this?
A long time.
Oh, gosh.
Long enough that we should know what we're doing.
Do you know what, though? It makes it fun. So welcome back. Thanks for listening, everybody.
This is No Limits Radio. All right. So we have in studio Angel Marie.
Hello. I'm so honored to be here.
We're so happy to have you here. Normally, you would be doing your coffee time right now.
Yes, I would be. Yes, which is always fun. You've been to it.
I have. It's incredible. And we have Donna in with us. She's one of Angel's regulars to Coffee Time and many of her other programs. And we're going to get into all of that in just a minute. But first, Angel Marie. She's a coach. She's a speaker. She's a light worker. She's amazing. She's been on the show before talking about all kinds of stuff. Today happens to be her 9-year anniversary.
Congratulations.
Yay. Thank you.
For her business. 9-year anniversary for her business, which is incredible. I remember the first time that I met you, and you introduced yourself as a light worker, and I thought, that's great, because I've got some issues with my lights at home. And then I learned that that's not what a light worker is. So explain to everyone, what is a light worker?
A light worker is one that wants to help everyone, like the world is really into understanding themselves more and their effects on how they... Oh, I'm having a little challenge here. Can you help me out? Do you know what a light worker is, my student of Reiki?
You know, I think we didn't quite shift the energy in this room.
I don't think we did because...
But you...
And I'm never hot. You know I'm never hot.
Okay, so one of the ways that you illustrated a light worker and the energy and the power that each of us has within us was at your center.
Yes.
she had these two dowsing rods.
Dowsing rods.
Yeah. And she had me hold them. And she was really trying to illustrate and
They're
explain.
made of copper, right? Usually? Or does it matter?
Doesn't matter.
Does it matter? Okay.
So she was trying to illustrate and she was trying to explain the power that we all have within us. And to do that, she had me hold them and she had me think about something that made me angry, something that I was not happy about. And so I focused on that, and then the rods did one thing. And then she said, okay, now I want you to focus on something that makes you very joyful and very happy. And then the rods did something else. So it was like, oh my gosh, just by feeling and thinking about a feeling, I have that power, that energy.
We're always emitting energy and frequency. And what it was is when you get angry, it closes down and the rods went in. And when you're happy, it goes out because your frequency energy goes out.
So it makes you wonder what ripple effect you might have to other people around you.
Yes, there's always a ripple effect. Absolutely. Well, how I define it is an individual that comes from a more place of more love and good intentions. And the purpose is to improve the quality of life, to elevate understanding and harmony to the world, to make it a better place. And many will use Tai Chi, Reiki, self-esteem coaching, all kinds of things for self-help. And that's really what a light worker is. It's a definition. It's getting to be a buzz because of Dr. Oz. Dr. Oz has said a lot of stuff about Reiki.
So, like a light worker really kind of incorporates those other things. Would that be correct?
A light worker uses and incorporates self-help things, yes, absolutely, okay, to help to harmonize. They really care about the environment. You know, recycling, all of it. It's like you wake up one morning and go, where am I, who am I, and what am I doing here? And what's my purpose? And how am I really making an impact on, like, my daughter's daughter's daughter?
Mm-hmm.
And that's what the buzzword of light worker. And when I came up with Lightworker's gifts for my center, that's really why I came up with it, because light workers, but everybody's a light worker, kind of, until they understand that they are a light worker. When they get the definition, they go, oh yeah, I care about that. I care about you. I'm loving.
So meaning that everybody has the ability to be a light worker if they are focusing on their impact on the world and those around them?
Yes, absolutely. And themselves, and that self-esteem, that self-worth, wanting to have a purpose, because we all do want to have a purpose. And it's watching the people now coming to my coaching sessions and saying, I quit my job and I got out of my marriage. I'm done. Because I'm just going through the motions. I'm just on autopilot and I don't feel anything. I want to feel like I'm contributing. That's where the buzzword came in. And then
feel like you're contributing. See, when you said I want to feel, I thought, well, give them a cattle prod. They'll feel something. But that's not the way you meant. Okay.
No, not really. Okay.
Taser.
She took over my job today.
I think she did. She's messing with me. We're catalysts for personal growth is what really it is. That's where the light worker.
That's a good definition right there.
A catalyst.
Yeah, I like that.
I like to say that I am honored to be allowed to help you in your journey, because that's what we're doing here, is to help each other, but to be happy. And you all know that shine on. It's all about happy, happy, happy.
Right. You know, I have to say, when I first, full disclosure, Angel Marie is one of my best friends, and I love and adore this woman. And over the years, when I look back on the impact that she's had on me, it has absolutely been a catalyst for personal growth. Like who I am today and the things that I think about versus when I first met her, it's like, oh my gosh, I am so different, completely different. One of the best things that I feel that Angel has shared with me, it was like when I first met her, I was doing sales. And mobile sales, where I'm going from location to location to location in my vehicle. And she gave me this gift. So when you say Lightworkers gifts, like, oh my gosh, everyone that comes into your circle, you give them these gifts freely. And she shared this: when you get into your car and every time you're at a stoplight, I want you to look in your rearview mirror and I want you to say, I am amazing. I am powerful. I am limitless. And so I was like, okay, whatever. And I'm at a stoplight, and I was like, what could it hurt? I'm at the next stoplight. What could it hurt? She's a cute little blonde lady, white-haired lady. I'm gonna do what she said because I don't want to disappoint her, and I want to be able to say I tried what she said for me to try. Oh my gosh! When I got to that appointment, I made the sale. And then to my next appointment, I did it again, and I made the sale. Like suddenly, it was like everything was clicking, and how I felt about myself. It was amazing. So, anyway.
Thank you for that story.
I just had to share.
Awesome.
I just had to share.
That's a really good tip. That's one of the best ones. You are what you think, period. You are what you think. What are you thinking right now? At home, what are you thinking right now? Just take a deep breath. I attract success and abundance in my life. That's a really good one. And breathe.
That's another one. She's always telling you to breathe.
Yes.
Wasn't I breathing?
I mean, it works.
I thought I was breathing. breathing.
Just take a deep breath.
Yep, I'm breathing.
Breathe it out, honey. It's a conscious breath. Absolutely.
Okay, so let's talk about why you open Lightworkers Gifts. I mean, you haven't been doing this your whole life.
No, it's been 9 years there, but it's been about 12, 13 years.
But what was the catalyst for you? What was the catalyst that got you into and had this understanding of Lightworkers and all the things that you're doing today?
I became very sick and was diagnosed with lupus, fibromyalgia, and arthritis. And a massage therapist said, I want to try Reiki on you. And coming from a Catholic background, I was like, ooh, that sounds a little voodoo. But I was in a place where, okay, go ahead. So she started the energy work, which is hands off, a little bit of hands on, just hands off. And I felt the energy. And I felt better. And I actually slept with no prescription drugs that night. And I was like, this has got to be something. I can feel it. And I just went out and became a Reiki level 1 from a Reiki master teacher. And then I went to level 2, and it just, I just started to feel better. I'm on no prescription drugs now, and everything has changed in my life because I see things differently. And that's really the catalyst to get me. The reason I opened Lightworkers Gifts is because then I started going to other shops, and I'm not putting other shops down, but other shops, and it was like, there's some love missing here. And the energy was, because I am an empath, I can feel everything. It was just different, and I was like, you know what? I think I'm supposed to have a center. So for 6 years, I had Lightworkers Gifts on the west side.
So let's go back to what Reiki is. Okay. You said it was hands-off energy healing, energy work,
energy healing.
Energy healing. Okay. So does being a light worker come into that, or are those two separate things?
They are two separate things because it's kind of a label of light worker, because light workers work with Reiki, yoga, Tai Chi, all kinds of different modalities. But Reiki, and Dr. Oz put it great, is that it's the universal life force energy. We're all emitting energy. That's just common. When you are attuned by a Reiki master teacher, you can actually be a conduit, not like a channel, but a conduit to help the person to feel their energy.
And heal with that?
Yes. Well, I don't ever say, and I teach my students, then not ever say that you're a healer, because it's up to you if you are going to lay there and bring in your consciousness and want to be healed, because it's up to you. It's not like you're not going, I can't guarantee that you're going to be healed. It's up to you. We can't put anything on you or do anything to you. And I always tell everyone, I don't want your energy. And you don't want...
Angel doesn't want my energy.
And you don't want my energy. I don't want your energy. It's really bringing that universal God, universe, however you label, energy in. And what you do and what your body and what that subconscious does is really up to you and your body. The more you relax and know that there's love around you from God or however you label, that is what Reiki is. It's understanding that it's an energy. It's always admitting, but you don't pay attention, do you? Most people don't pay attention.
So you could focus that energy. Let's say I had some issue, some back pain. Let's say that.
Okay.
I have some back pain. And I could come to you, and you can be kind of the conduit of the energy and put it where it needs to be and whatever.
No, I wouldn't put it where it needs to be. I won't even need to know that your back is bothering you.
Okay.
Because Reiki, Universal Life Force Energy, is much smarter than both of us. Right?
Okay.
Like your hip could be hurting, but your back is actually hurting.
Okay.
So it's just being there. It's having a session and being in that presence and being there, and actually you as the client relaxing and breathing.
Okay. So let's say that I do that. But I think what you're saying is, if I say, okay, I'm going to come to you because I heard you can help me, but if in the back of my mind I'm like, well, this is probably a waste of $80 and this is not going to do crap, it probably won't do crap because I'm not believing it and allowing it. Would that be accurate?
It may. I've seen it. I've seen it in this 9 years, 10 years.
Actually, I have a personal story to share here.
And then I think
she's done this on me a couple times, and she always says, "Can you come over? Because I'd like to work on you." That's kind of how she prefaces it.
Or
so
you
I'm like,
need
she's like, "You need to come over because we got some work to do." Oh boy, do we have some work to do.
I've heard that one too. I have, yeah.
The thing that, okay, so the first time that I did this, I was like, what is this woo-woo stuff? This isn't going to do anything. And quite honestly, it was very relaxing, and I felt very peaceful, and it was a great kind of break from my life and all of the responsibilities, because there's nice music playing in the background, and you're laying down, and angels doing stuff around the room, and your eyes are closed, and yeah, it was very relaxing. The second time that I did it, after much more experiences and things had happened, I was like, you know what? I'm really going to experience this, and I'm really going to be open to experience it. Oh my gosh, it was unbelievable. And when you talk about the control that you have, because as she was doing work on me, her hands were never touching me, but it felt like I was moving back and forth. Like at one point afterwards, I said, "Were you hitting the table that I was like?" Because it was like I was feeling like, is there an earthquake around here? Like 2.0, 5.0, I don't know, something. And there was an issue that I wasn't ready to let go of, and I could feel this heart. I could feel something pulling, and I was like, I'm not ready for that, and I could feel myself pull that back. So it was very powerful. And if you haven't experienced this, I really encourage you to experience it and to be open.
And the thing is, though, is to experience yourself in your energy, because that's what I'm providing. Is your, if you've never had any kind of this, that feel your own energy.
So yeah. Donna, I know that you have, we first met Donna at AZ Social. Angel and I were doing a networking group called AZ Social Netweaving, and Donna came to that as a guest. So that was how we first met you.
Yeah, I remember I got there. I was so early. I was like, oh my gosh, I'm just going to leave. I hate these things. I want to go. Angel walks in, and I'm like, oh, okay, who's this lady? She has all her whole little setup. She's like putting things up. I'm like, okay. Completely different type of networking event. If you've ever been to a networking event, maybe you hate them too. I don't like them, honestly. I just don't. But AZ Social Netweaving was completely different. And it was there that I kind of realized, I moved out here from New Mexico, and I was doing hair, but I was still getting in the groove of things here. And it was a little challenging. And it was at the event that I realized I need to be back in a salon. Like, what am I doing?
Well, because I think we asked you, what is it that you're passionate about? And everything that you said that you were passionate about, and then when we asked what you were doing,
had nothing to do with what I was doing.
And I think didn't we even say something about that?
We probably did.
Yeah. Probably, because I remember afterwards I was like, oh my gosh, what? It was like
major. And you were wearing the most fabulous shoes.
Thank you.
Oh my gosh.
That's probably the only reason I stayed. I'm like, my shoes are really cute. I'm just gonna hang out. I'll be okay. But I was going through a lot, Lynn, and I talked to Angel. She had a little thing for a Tai Chi class. So I'm like, I like yoga. I'll go to Tai Chi. We're like in the park. We get done. It's like amazing. Oh, we always go to Lucy's and have coffee and breakfast. Do you want to come? I don't even know this lady. I'm like, okay, like, I'll go. I went like every Saturday for probably 6 or 9 months, like a long time. And it's amazing how like everything completely changed.
Because you were selling, was it insurance or?
It was like a nutrition
thing. Okay.
Which is cool. I'm into that, but
right.
That's not what I'm passionate about.
And now you're doing what you're passionate about.
Absolutely.
And she does my hair.
I do Angel's hair now. It's just amazing. Like we would go to coffee every Saturday, and it was like the closing of my week and the beginning of my week at the same time. And it was just like, you just went. I just went. I didn't really have much money, but I could pay for Tai Chi, and I could get me a little coffee. I'm like, I can do this.
That's awesome.
And I just went to have fun. And more, you just start to feel more happy, more excited, for no reason, just because all the time.
Just because.
You know what I like is that Angel has these cards, these angel cards, and I'm gonna hand them off to Michelle.
Okay.
So tell her what she needs to do with those.
Well, at coffee time, and we're not at Lucy's anymore, but at coffee time over at Lola's, what we do is we get all these cards, and it kind of helps the person because they're usually nervous and they don't know what to ask. So you go through them, you put your energy on them, and you pick one. And that helps because it's going to talk to you. And you're going to pick one and go, oh, this makes total sense. So it's really you saying what you feel about it. And then I kind of chime in and help with the group. Well, have you felt this way or have you felt... And that's why we have the cards. And these are angel cards, which are very positive. And that's what Miss Donna's talking about is when she would go, she always got a positive. And we would talk about how to manifest. And it's a mini coaching is really what it is also, the time at coffee time. Because I'm also a self-esteem coach, not a life coach, because I am intuitive or psychic. Ooh, I don't really like that word, but I am.
Isn't everybody a little bit psychic?
Oh, everybody is, but
yeah.
do they take the time to do that? Though in the coaching session, I'll get information, and they're like, whoa, but it helps them. So just put your energy on them.
Okay. So are you thinking about a question as you're going through them?
You don't have to, but you can.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Okay.
So you're shuffling the cards, you're going through them.
Oh, am I supposed to shuffle?
Yeah.
Oh,
Mm-hmm.
I didn't know I was supposed to shuffle.
So for those of you that are watching,
Yes, so I'm going to take the cards. I'm going to shuffle them
There
a
you
little
go, and
bit.
that's all you have to do. And they all have books to them. Every single one of them has a book, and you could read what it says in the book. Now turn it over.
I'm kind of scared everybody to see what this says. It says romance.
oh,
So what do you take from that? And that's how it starts the conversation.
Well, it might be. I've been looking forward to this weekend all weekend long because it's been a lot of people know I've had some challenges the last couple weeks, and so life is kind of settling down. So no kids this weekend, so James and I are going to the lake today and things like that. So that's always kind of nice, you know.
So were you thinking about that when you were going through the cards?
No.
But it's in her energy.
Yeah, I wasn't really thinking about. No, I wasn't thinking about anything except I've got to shuffle these cards and grab one. That's really what I was thinking. I wasn't thinking of anything else.
Don't drop them. Don't drop them.
I'm sure it's coming off of you. Like you're feeling excited today. You're like gonna go be with your man. You're gonna have no kids around.
Now, if I just looked that good in a sheet,
Yes,
man, let's talk about that.
absolutely.
Well, and these cards are just gorgeous.
They're
You know, the
gorgeous.
thing
They
that's
are
funny
beautiful.
to me is at Angel's office. What? 5 minutes? No. At Angel's office or home, she's got this table, and every time you walk in, they're right there. And so I go in and I say, hi, Shine. Okay, now I got to go to the table and then go and pull a card. What's really funny is when you pull the same card twice. So what does that mean?
If you keep pulling the same card, you need to read it for yourself. Because I don't always like to give my view, because you only believe yourself.
Mm-hmm.
And that's really how I teach and coach. Should really read it and go, okay, what is the action I need to take? There's an action to take if you have, and you keep getting the same card.
So someone that's wanting coaching from you, describe that person. Who is the person that might be looking for coaching with you?
Most of the time, it is women that are in a self-sabotaging, or they are also in a change, like the kids are leaving, or they're just through a divorce, and they're kind of like stuck, and they're wondering, where am I? And they want to have more playfulness, power, and passion in their life. And that's really who comes to see me. And most of the time, they understand a little bit about the energy, but they're not sure. But they're curious. Just like this morning at Tai Chi, he was like, I've heard of it on Dr. Oz. I really want to experience my energy, but I feel like I'm all over. I'm like, come for a coaching, then let's do the Reiki. And the other lady had been there last week, and she said, oh my gosh, it changed my life. My life has completely changed since then. Because I get that I'm not here just for the material. I'm here for, there's more. There's so much more to life, and it's how I really feel and how I perceive things.
But the material stuff makes it so much fun.
Okay, Christina.
I mean, if we can, right?
I think the material stuff just makes, the sparkly blingy.
Oh, yeah. Flowers.
What was the name of the team again?
Okay, but what I would say to that is, yes, like she said, if you can, and yeah, it's nice. Like I splurged on later I'll tell you about it, but I splurged on these pair of shoes that I just had to have because I could, but if I wouldn't have gotten them and I died tomorrow, those shoes are not, you know what I mean? Like right. I'm not like on my way to, the afterworld and I'm thinking, damn, if I just would have had the shoes.
But let me ask you this, Angel. Can you appreciate the materialistic and still be cognizant of your contribution in the world?
Oh, absolutely. Absolutely. I always tell people when they say, I want to manifest money. Well, you know what? Spirit, God, universe, they understand that money isn't, we have to have that paper.
Mm-hmm.
However, money is energy. So how do you put it? I'm in alignment and I attract success and abundance. It's a really good one in my life because I'm saying I attract the success, I attract abundance, and I attract prosperity. I have 3 to 5 clients a week. I am so happy and excited to serve. Do you see how it's different than I need money? That energy is a lower frequency.
Oh, yeah, definitely. I mean,
yeah. Yeah, she said.
Yeah.
So,
I mean, most of the time in coffee time and in coaching, there's always affirmations. Affirmations do not work if you don't believe them. I am beautiful. Some people feel really bad about themselves. I'm in process of being beautiful as I eat healthy. That one sounds a little bit doable.
Okay.
And when I do speaking for bigger groups, when I'm doing that, it's having them bring up their energy because they're usually at work or they're in women events and it's about self-esteem. It's about confidence. When you have that confidence that you can do anything.
So for a company to bring you in and speak to their employees to help boost their confidence, to help boost their energy, that's really going to help with productivity.
Huge. Relationships in the workplace and outside, and also their success. But mostly it's going to help them focus because most of us we don't have clarity. We just keep, especially at work, when you got these overhead lights, you got computers coming and it's little Tai Chi and little tips at your desk to keep you calm. So that you're not picking up the phone and go, and then we're going, no, thank you.
Right. So if people want to, I know we got to go to a break. Okay, so we're going to go to a break, and when we get back, we're going to talk a little bit more about your 9-year anniversary, because I know that there's a big event going on tonight at Zona Gallery. So let's go to a break, and when we get back, we'll learn more about all of this. With
Hold on
Angel.
1 second. I've got a caller coming in right now.
Okay, we're not going to a break. Oh, we're gonna.
Hi. Hello.
Hi.
Hi. Who is this?
This is Gloria.
Hi, Gloria. How are you doing? Thanks for calling. Did you have a question?
Thank you.
Question or a comment?
Let's see. I want to maybe talk about
Well, Gloria, maybe
we're going to let you collect your thoughts. We're going to go to a break, and when we come back, we'll find out what Gloria would like to talk about.
Okay.
We'll be right back. This is No Limits Radio Show. I'm Christina.
And I'm Michelle.
Would you like to share your military knowledge and experience with other service members and help them achieve their goals? Hey everybody, it's James from Vets On. You can do just that by becoming a military student enrollment advisor with the University of Phoenix at their Phoenix, Arizona campus. Military student enrollment advisors work with prospective students who have chosen to serve their country just like you. You'll be helping them enroll, choose a degree program, and guide them through their first class. To qualify for this great opportunity, you need a valid DD-214, military ID card from the National Guard or Reserves, a bachelor's degree, or 60 college credits. Military spouses are also eligible with current DoD ID card and a bachelor's degree. If you're looking for a great career while helping fellow military members, then we urge you to contact the University of Phoenix today. Apply now by going to jobs-apollo.com and enter the word Military Enrollment Advisor in the search bar. And don't forget to tell them that Vets On sent you. Everyone's going to need an attorney at some point in their life. I'm no different. Hey everyone, it's James from Vets On. Whether it was my last will and testament before deployment or my ongoing custody battle for my children during my divorce, I needed help, so I lawyered up. If you need help, I urge you to contact Capstrom Law Firm. Capstrom Law Firm in Springfield, Missouri services clients throughout the state in criminal law, personal injury, and family law. With over 13 years practicing law, Tom Capstrom understands both law and court procedures and how stressful they can be. Let Tom Capstrom Law Firm and his dedicated staff take the stress and worry out of a difficult situation by calling him today. We feel so strong about the work that Tom and his staff are doing that he'll be a monthly guest on the show. Tom is a veteran and a listener, for God's sake, so you know the guy is solid and will fight for you. Give Tom a call today by calling 417-864-0552 or email Tom at capstromlaw.com. And don't forget to tell him that Vets On sent you.
The choice of a lawyer is an important decision and should not be based solely upon advertising.
Breaker 19. How about that bandit? You got some ears on, son?
Have you ever wanted to be a truck driver? If so, pay attention. If not, pay attention anyway. Southwest Truck Driver Training offers everything you need to get started. You can get hired before you begin training. They've got GI Bill approved training facilities, day, night, or weekend programs to fit your busy schedule. If you have any questions, no sweat. They've got veteran supportive campuses with veterans on staff to serve you. And on top of that, they have lifetime job placement assistance. Put the pedal to the metal. Call Southwest Truck Driver Training today.
Do you need an extra push to start your day? Well, then tune in to Addie's Radio. Addie's Radio is a show that explores tough questions in an open and fun forum. The program also engages hard-hitting issues concerning veterans' physical, mental, emotional, and spiritual health. The show airs every Tuesday from 10 a.m. Pacific Standard Time on the Vets On Media Network. Addie's Radio is hosted by Jesse James, a combat veteran of Afghanistan, so he knows the problems that veterans face every day. Jesse provides you guidance each and every week to be a better you. So tune into yourself each week by tuning into Addie's Radio. Go to vetsonmedia.com for show details. You're listening to No Limits Radio Show on the Vets On Media Network.
Welcome back. You're listening to No Limits. We've been talking to Angel Marie, learning more about Lightworker's gifts, Angel Marie Shines. This is Christina.
And I'm Michelle.
All right. So, Angel, if someone is interested in a coaching session or your Tai Chi classes or a business that is looking to have their employees be more confident, more productive, and which ultimately is going to help that business to be more successful, if they want to have you come in and speak, how can they get a hold of you?
AngelMarieShines.com.
That's just too easy.
It's too easy.
AngelMarieShines.com.
And I know that shine and shine on, that's a big thing for you. Where did that come about, and why is it? Because if you ever watch any of Angel Marie's videos, you'll see she's constantly shine on, shine on, shine on, shine on.
And my dog's name is Shine.
Right. So what is that about?
It's shining your light. You, like we said, you have a frequency, you have a vibration, and you shine if you could see that vibration. And I'm saying get your shine on and start to bring your energy, your level up.
Why is that important?
The more that you bring it up, they have proven, Mayo, everyone, even UCLA came out with when you laugh and you smile and you bring your energy up, your organs work, you actually thicken your brain. Is that crazy? But your brain thickens, which helps the cells, which helps with clarity, which helps for you to focus. And also your blood pressure goes down. And that's proven. That I just did that at one of my speaking, and I was like, wow. So that's why I'm always like, shine on, because when you say shine, you kind of smile, don't you?
Right.
And you kind of go, that's funny. And you smile or you laugh at yourself for saying it.
Which changes your frequency?
Changes your frequency. You vibrate at a higher level, which they have proven that we vibrate on a hertz. We vibrate at a hertz, which is around 200 to 300. Most people, because their fear, lack, shame, blame, guilt, they're worried. And by going to that shine on brings up is about a 500. So you actually physically feel better.
So if you're about to go into a really important meeting, then it would seem like just before going into that meeting, doing that shine on, shine on, shine on, or something silly like that would help you, right?
Absolutely. It's just before we came in here, me and Donna were la 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 la.
Yeah. I was driving in my car, like making all kinds of crazy noises, and just it does shift everything. You can feel it just in your car when you're driving, and you're driving to work. Maybe you're stressed out at home. Maybe you're worried about something, or you're any of those things.
Right.
You just completely shift all the energy around you.
Because what we usually do is we're in our head, and what I share with people is get out of your head and start talking. Bring it out and bring your frequency up and shine on.
When you say get out of your head, if you're processing through something and you're trying to make a decision, are you saying get out of your head and just... I'm just visualizing, this person driving in their car, just talking out loud.
Yes, talking
really?
out loud. That energy frequency of you talking, that vibration is very powerful. That's how people say you are what you eat, but you are what you say. If you're always in your head and you're, but if you say, okay, all right, this is what's going to happen, it actually will come true. And we can say that from chicks making bacon.
We can. And also, when we went to her engagement day, remember her engagement day?
Yes.
And I said, I'm really stressed out about the dress.
Yes.
Because she had to find a dress. And I was like, there's going to be a bunch of us. She knows what's happening. I know if it was me, we were on a timeline. I'm like, I'm really stressed out about that part. And Angela goes, I'm just going to put out there that she's going to find it. She's going to find it. And I'm like, okay, I'll put it out there. She's going to find it. And sure as hell, we walked up there. And I'm not saying she didn't try anything else on, but when we walked up, she's like, I love that. She tried like 3 on. She's like, I just really love that one. And it was like the first one she saw. And I was like, whew, it worked.
When I walked around the corner, it was like there was this light shining down on this one dress. And I was just like, oh my gosh.
Shine on, shine on.
Thank us, because we threw it out there, didn't we? Well, Angel, really, I just followed along.
No,
well,
you did too, yeah.
It's my most favorite dress. For people that are, if a business is listening and they want to have you come in and speak to them or to their organization, what are some of the topics that you speak about?
Oh, there's many, but the few that I do talk about, oh, gotta stay right here, is, and it's on angelmarieshines.com under the speaking, and one of them is boost productivity with playfulness, power up self-confidence, ignite your passion, and there's other ones that are about de-stressing, because that's the biggest thing, is how to de-stress. Oh, we might have a caller.
Hello. Hello,
Hi,
caller.
This is Kristen from the Zona Gallery.
Oh, thank you for calling in, Kristen. So, Zona Gallery is where the 9-year celebration of Lightworkers Gifts is going to be taking place tonight. I'm so excited to have you on the phone because I've been on the website and this place looks fabulous. I cannot wait to come and check it out. Tell our listeners a little bit about Zona Gallery.
Thank you. We are so excited to have this great event tonight with the Lightworkers. So, yes, I'd love to tell you a little bit about Zona Gallery. We are located in the heart of Old Town Scottsdale, right in the old theater, and we have a wonderful venue that we open to share with everybody. We feature great yoga classes during the day. We have an organic juice bar that we serve fresh prickly pear that we've harvested ourselves. We have prickly pear lemonade and prickly pear tea and all different kinds of things. And we're an open venue for people to come and enjoy the space and use it for special events. We also are a fine art gallery, so it's a wonderful place. We'd love for you all to come down and visit anytime.
Well, I am so excited. I have always wanted to try prickly pear drinks. I've seen the process of how the prickly pear is extracted, and I'm so excited to try that drink. I know that you're also going to have music tonight. Is that right?
Yes, we are. We have got a great music circle tonight coming in with our special guest Jam, and we never know who's going to show up, but it's going to be incredible. Tonight should be a very magical night. We hope you all can be there.
That's awesome. Now, yoga, if I go, you know what's funny is that just this morning I was saying how I really wanted to start doing yoga, and I see that you guys have yoga classes. How crazy is that?
It's crazy.
Well, you're going to love the space. The space is so soothing, and it's just perfect for yoga. Everyone who comes to our classes leaves feeling great and starts the day in a better way.
That's awesome. Well, thank you so much for giving us a call. I look forward to checking out Zona Gallery. And for everyone else that would like to just take a look at them on the website, they're also on Facebook, Twitter, Google+. The website is thezonagallery.com.
And I want to thank you because we're going to have a Shine On drink tonight special.
Oh, really?
Yes. And it helps flexibility and it helps with your digestion. And it's no caffeine because you guys know how I feel about caffeine.
Is it no calories too?
Yeah, okay, we'll say that. It's all organic. And they're doing a special Shine On special. Is that crazy?
That's awesome.
And Shine will also be there.
That's fantastic. Well, I'm excited.
Thank you so much.
Yeah, we are looking forward to having you all there. It is going to be a great night.
Excellent. We'll see you tonight.
Okay, thank you so much for the call.
Thank you. So let's
Bye-bye.
thank you. So Angel, let's tell everybody a little bit about what to expect tonight at the Zona Gallery, and where can people get details on the event tonight?
What to expect? Probably from 6 to 7. It's going to be meet and greet, but the music's going to be going on. There might be a little bit of drummers, but it's in 2 different rooms, so you don't have to drum. A lot of people are like, I don't know. No, you don't have to drum. That's going to be in another room. The kids will probably be in the other room too, because kids are welcome, because it's going to be, that's that big of a place. And the gallery's great. The juice bar is going to be right there. It's a potluck. Everybody's bringing food, so we're going to be sharing some food. Also, we're going to be having the cards tonight too.
So you'll be able to actually touch, feel, experience the whole cards.
And I'm going to be giving a little bit of readings, and then we're going to have a cake, and then we'll have the cake cutting. And then we're also going to be having a meditation.
So the event and the details, if everyone goes to Facebook and looks up give them your Facebook page?
Lightworkers Gifts.
Lightworkers Gifts on Facebook.
Or Angel Marie Monticelli.
Okay, so both of those places they'll be able to get the details.
Places.
Now, you're here and you do coaching and you do Tai Chi and you do coffee time and you do all of that here in the Phoenix metropolitan area. We have people that are listening to us that are from all over. So if people outside of this area want to experience your coaching and get your assistance, how can they do that?
They absolutely. I do Skype and phone readings or the coaching over Skype and the phone.
Can you also do Reiki remotely?
You absolutely can. And I have had many times a student will call up and say, oh, I'm going through this, and I'll say, okay, take a moment and just breathe. Well, I think I did that to you the one time, and you were driving. Christy, remember that? And you're like, ooh, I feel a little. I'm like, are you driving? Oh, I can't do this when you're driving.
She was like, you could have left your body.
Oh my gosh.
Really? That's awesome. Let's do that.
No. So absolutely, it can be done over the phone or Skype. And I have many packages that we meet every week for 4 weeks or for 6 weeks to do that.
That's awesome. I really want to do the cards.
Okay. Grab a card.
All right, do you want this group of cards?
I like this. This is the group of cards that Angel has sitting out on her table, and so this is the one that I always get to do, and I love these.
Yep, that's the good one.
Okay. So when I do this, I shuffle them, and then I just kind of move my hand over the card to the one that I feel is the one that I'm supposed to get. That's interesting. Maybe that was.
Whoa! What was that? What was that?
She
miracles.
Got miracles. She
okay.
got
miracles.
She got miracles. And you know what I always say with miracles when you get that? What is your miracle? Did you ask for a miracle today? What would be a miracle? Because the universe, God needs to know that, right?
My miracle today was boot camp.
Yeah, you did it.
That was a miracle. Yeah.
Okay. And how about for you, Michelle? What is a miracle to you? Not just today, but a miracle. Because the universe, if you say it out loud, it's going to start to adjust it. We always used to say that.
Yeah.
What's for you is a miracle?
What's interesting, though, is what she just said. When you say it out loud, because the craziest thing always happens when I talk to Angel and I say, what if this happened? Or wouldn't it be cool if da-da-da-da-da? And then, oh my gosh, it's crazy freaky how, like, within just a couple days or, shortly thereafter, it's like, oh, yeah, that da-da-da-da-da just happened. What do you do with that? I
think if we think of more things as miracles, like even just the little things, like, I don't know, you have drank all your water you need to drink today. That is a miracle. Because some days for me, I'm really busy and I don't drink enough water. Just the little things that we really appreciate.
That's true.
I believe we got a caller coming in here.
Okay.
Hello.
Hi, this is Jan Jam Crane.
Hi there. Did you have a question or a comment?
Well, I'm hosting the music tonight at the Angel's 9-year anniversary of her Lightworker's gift.
Awesome. Tell us what to expect.
Well, I expect interesting people with talent to mix with people who are novice to playing any instruments. And it's an open music circle is what we call it. And it's a drum circle together with musicians and vocalists. And it's always different, very fresh and creative, spontaneous music. And we'll have everything from drums, guitars, flutes, different kinds of percussion instruments, as well as vocalists and whatever shows up. So
See,
I know that we'll have all the above, but then whatever else we have have bass, we might have xylophone, we might have marimbas, we might have whatever might come through the door gets to play with us.
That's amazing. See, when I first heard that there was going to be music, I thought we're going to watch someone else perform. I didn't realize that anybody could play.
Absolutely, and even the children, that we want to encourage the children. it's an open, and that's what I wanted, is because we're going to have fun, and I'm probably going to be dancing in the middle of it, and the kids will be dancing, and anybody else. And you don't have to be great. Like she said, novice will be there also. And you can just, it's okay.
So we have a time of some instruction. If we see that people are a little hesitant and they're not familiar with playing instruments spontaneously, we do a little, like, drumming 101, is what I call it.
Well, I'm thrilled that you're going to be there to help people, but then also she is amazing. She plays the flute, and it is just totally amazing. And I'm so excited to have this there with this live music.
That's awesome. I can't wait. Thank you so much for giving us a call.
Even better than that, my friend Philip Perez, who's a very outstanding flute player, is coming over, and he's going to help me adjust a certain pickup into one of my flutes.
Well, that would be awesome. I cannot wait to be there. Thank you so much for calling.
Very, very good. So,
That's
anyway.
awesome. Awesome. We'll see you tonight.
Yay.
Okay, see you tonight. Thank you, Angel.
You're welcome.
So, I think it's really interesting. We have talked about so much. I love these angel cards. I think it's interesting that you use this in as a tool with your coaching. And how cool is it that you're able to do that remotely with people, so they can call in, they can Skype with you. That's pretty incredible.
Michelle?
No, I was actually, you don't want to know what I was thinking. Well, I'll tell you what I was thinking. Here's what I was thinking. Uh-oh. No, I was listening to, the drum circle thing is going on tonight, and I know that some people that are listening might seem or think, this kind of sounds a little way out there for me. And I probably, maybe a few months ago would be, this is way too out there for me. But what I wanted to say is, when she was talking about the drum circle and all of that, I went to a drum circle with one of my girlfriends maybe, I don't know, a year ago. And she's like, Michelle, I want to go to this. And I'm like, a drum circle? Like, why? What? I mean, are we going back to the Indian tribal group? I don't understand what we're doing. But you know what? It is fun. And it's just a great way to spend some time and just watch people enjoying themselves. And it's music, so music always makes you smile and whatever. So I would say, listen, if you're not doing anything tonight, go. Yes. Because Angel's celebrating her 9th year, and I promise you, you're going to have fun.
Yeah. And even if you are doing something already, which I'm double booked tonight. I've got actually 2 parties to go to. This is
popular over
here.
Okay.
but I'm going to this, and I hope to see everyone there at Angel's 9-year anniversary.
Going into my 10th year, and I am so thankful for both of you having me on the show. Well, and thank you, Donna, for being here too.
Thank you. Thank you for having me.
I'm really thankful for all that you do to be the catalyst for personal growth.
Yes,
so
absolutely.
if you're listening and you're needing a little bit of growth, if you're feeling a little bit stuck, I really want to urge you to go check out Angel Marie Shines, check out Lightworker's Gifts. Honestly, you will not regret it. You could also give her a call at 623-334-3393. I'm going to give you a second to grab your piece of paper and your pen so that you can write this number down. It's 623-334-3393.
And we'll post it on our website also.
Absolutely.
So.
Absolutely. Well, this has been wonderful, ladies.
Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you.
Awesome.
Next week, we are going to have we're going to have someone talking to us about astrology, Joseph Anthony. Mm-hmm. And we're also
love him.
Really?
I know him. Yes, he's very good.
Okay. So we have Angel's approval. So it is going to be a good week because she already put it out there. So we are going to shine on next week with him. And we also have Danielle Williams.
Yes, Danielle Williams. She is one funny, spectacular, amazing lady.
Who also does great things, because she's going to come on to talk about an event, which is a AZ charity event. So it's going to be wonderful.
Yep. Okay, so we'll see you next week. This has been No Limits. I'm Christina.
And I'm Michelle.